Welcome back, guys. Today we will discuss what is the difference between data controller, data processor, data subject, and data processing officers, right? DPO. These are the very key terms if we talk about the GDPR, which is very important to understand for a fresher. And I am making this video as per the request on the freshers level, as per your request. So, guys, let's begin the session without further delay. Here is the question number one. What is the difference between data processor, right, data controller, data subject, and a DPO? Guys, DPO is very vast topic, so I will make a separate video on a DPO. But in this slide, I had completed. I just had explained the only roles, right, roles of DPO. So coming back to our topic, what is the data subject? The person whose data is processed. Guys, for example, me, right? If my data is being processed, that means I am a data subject or you. So we can say that a user, right? A user is called as a data subject. Okay. Next is the data controller, the person who handles the data, right? That means who is supposed to handling the data will be considered as a data controller, right? Just try to let's try to explain with an example. I am I have to process a loan, right? So bank is collecting my data, right? So who will be the data controller? Bank, because bank is controlling my data, and who will be the data and a data subject? Me, because my data is being processed, right? Data processor. If a supplier in between me and bank, for example, bank has hired a agency, and they just processing my data behalf of bank, that is called the data processor, right? That means a kind of intermediator or agency or supplier or third party or a vendor is called the data processor. We will try to explain with an example in the next slide, don't worry. What is DPO? DPO is the data protection officer. He or she ensures the organization's compliance with the GDPR, right? That means DPO is the officer who is supposed to responsible for whether organization is compliance with GDPR or not. Okay. Yes, I was talking about this question. An example, very good example. This is here. The question is: a German bank has appointed a courier company to provide courier service to their client to rel- uh, deliver the products like credit card, debit card, bank statements, NOC, etc. For doing this, courier company is using an application which collects name, address, contact details, right? Alternative contact number, relatives contact number, passport photo. Who will be the data controller, data processor, and a data subject in this case? So the question is asking that, guys, bank, right? Bank has to provide their debit card, credit cards to their respective users. So they have hired a courier agency, right? For which they are using an application in which they collecting the username and address, phone number, etc., and Aadhaar card for verification, right? Who will be the data processor, data subject, right, and data controller? So data subjects are the user, right, whose data is going to process, right? If credit card is supposed to deliver to me, then I am the user. That means I am the data subject. Okay. Next is a courier company is the data processor. That means they are just collecting the data behalf of the bank and process the data for verification. That is why courier company is a data processor, right? And a data controller, right? Data controller because ultimately bank has to the finalize the decision, right? That means he is responsible for overall control. So GDPR is applicable for courier company as well and for bank as well. This is mandatory. Coming to the next slide. How does GDPR address for a processing for a personal data for children? Yes. Till now we had discussed whether GDPR is applicable for children itself. No. Till now, I'm sorry. Till now we had discussed the GDPR for organization level, right? just for sharing the PII information for an like for an professional or just more than 18 years, right? What about the children? If the children's data privacy would be leaked, so GDPR having a special protection for the processing of PII of children with rules regarding consent and parental authorization, right? So for children, guys, consent of parent would be authorized. Next question, last question. This is according to GDPR, what is a personal data breach? So a personal data, we can say, is a kind of a breach of a security leading to unlawful, right? That means against law, destruction, any kind of losses with the PII data, right? Alteration, any kind of modifications, right? Unauthorized disclosure, that means to whom the data would not be required and we are sending these data to those candidates, or access of a personal data comes under the personal data breach. So this is all about the today's session, guys. Next video we will discuss on the GDPR principle. There are 7 principles, right? We will discuss very detailedly. Um, so guys, if you have any queries, let me know, right? Do your comments. I will try to provide you answer. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care.